I am back at Meltdown. I was craving some 7-Eleven like that. Wait, there's some loud black guy. There's some loud. What is that? Who's that guy? What is the deal with that?
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
What's up?
How's it going?
My man. What's the topic? Got it.
Filthy Frank, man. Filthy Frank.
I love it. Very nice. Very nice. Oh boy. What up? You guys make sure you like, subscribe, and share this guy's content. Especially if I'm on it, it must be good.
That's right.
Or else.
Hey, what up, everybody? It's Major G, and I am back with another reaction. This time to Mojo's top 10 best cartoon shows based on movies. Now, in the thumbnail, they show Gus. I can't speak again today. So early. They showed in the thumbnail Ghostbusters was going to be one of them. That does not surprise me. Ghostbusters was a really awesome cartoon. Let me think. What else? What else was based on a movie? It's weird because I can for some reason I'm blanking and I can only think of like stuff from like the late 80s, early 90s. So I'm gonna assume that Toxic Crusaders might be on here. I've heard Rico's Roughnecks is pretty good. And if you guys don't know, that's because that's actually that's a cartoon based off of the movie version of Starship Troopers, or not based off of, excuse me. It's a movie. It's a cartoon sequel. It's a cartoon sequel to the movie version of Starship Troopers. And it was a lot more serious than the movie itself, or it took itself more seriously than the movie itself did. What else can I think of that was a cartoon? I just thought of something and that was pretty good. No, they weren't that great. Maybe Jumanji might be up there. Jumanji was interesting. I don't know if I would say it was the best. Jumanji was interesting, and that was also based off of the movie version of the movie version of Jumanji, not the book. The book was about two boys who played the game, and it was about, I think the book was like 20 or 30 pages. By the way, it's by the same guy that wrote Polar Express. If you've ever seen that movie, the guy's name is Chris Van Allsburg. He writes amazing books. He also wrote Jumanji and wrote Polar Express. He wrote Zathura, the movie with Ashley Tisdale. That was a book, and that was supposed to be a loose sequel of Jumanji. And he wrote a bunch of other books, and he's just an amazing writer. He's probably one of my favorite authors. Let me think. I wouldn't be surprised if there was at least a mention of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And I don't think The Mummy's gonna be up there. The Mummy it was okay. The Mummy was okay. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, The Mummy, I remember, it took place after the third or fourth movie, and it was based around their son. What was it? Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz's son. So, but yeah, I can't think of anything else at this time. So we'll move on to the list. Here we go. Mojo's top 10 best cartoon shows based on movies. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Let me start that one more time. Probably hope I had a good sound on. Alright, Mojo's top 10 best cartoon shows based on movies. Oh my god, there was a Star Wars cartoon. Oh, there was an Ewoks cartoon!
What was that, Peter?
These are
about
straight
that
from the big
show.
screen to your home TV.
Where'd you come from?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today
Oh,
we're
yeah,
counting down
Hercules.
our
I
picks
forgot
for the
about
top
Disney. I was
10
thinking about them
cartoon
halfway
shows
through.
based on movies.
Tailspin. Tailspin could be up here, dude, because Tailspin
This
is
list,
loosely
we're
based
looking at
on
full-length
Jungle
animated
Book.
shows based on films that were successfully received during their televised run.
Brothers, you do not want to mess with
Men
me.
in Black.
I'm a big
Holy
dude
crap,
trapped
Men in
a
Black was
little dude's
awesome.
body.
All TV shows on this list have to be derived from a movie, and the cartoon show had to debut after its film counterpart.
Yeah.
See you in Valhalla.
Oh, the dragons?
Number 10, DreamWorks Dragons.
What do you say we check out the Night Fury, bud? Try to
Oh,
contain
Clone
your excitement,
Wars.
would
I
ya?
could see
The
Clone Wars
critically
being up here.
acclaimed DreamWorks Dragons is based off of 2010's 3D animated box office hit, How to Train Your Dragon.
It has wings. Okay, let's see if we can use them.
Much more than a mere spin-off, this wonderfully crafted series prominently features the beloved Viking kids and their dragons. And even actor Jay Baruchel has reprised his role as Hiccup for the TV series.
Now that
Really?
we have your attention, we really need to set up camp for the night.
Wait, what about the...
We'll talk about the Dragon Outpost design in the morning.
The events of this show are not mere random adventures, though, as they operate as a bridge between the first film and its 2014 sequel, How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Really? I didn't know that. That makes it more
Night
interesting.
Fury, one deadly natter, and two of the finest dragon riders west of Luck. That ought to make the boss happy, right?
Number 9.
Men in Black.
The
Men in
series.
Black was so underrated. Oh, that was such a good series. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
Men in Black was a blockbuster hit in 1997.
You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good.
Thus, it came as no surprise when a cartoon TV series was quickly developed and released a few months later to follow the further adventures of Agents J and K.
We'll take it from here.
Also, Elle. They brought in Lindy Fiorentino's character as Elle because she was a doctor.
I see the transmitter.
Just like in the film, we got to see our beloved agents trying to protect Earth from aliens, which the government intentionally hides from public knowledge.
MIB.
Am I?
We got your back.
Don't expect any thought-provoking material
No,
here.
but it was still
because
good.
the series was action-packed, funny, and featured some dark undertones, it appealed to all ages.
She looks like my elementary school nurse.
She was your elementary school nurse.
Oh my god.
Number 8,
The
The Emperor's New School.
Huh.
Hi there.
I never
Just
really
wanted
watched
to
it.
welcome you to my show, starring me, Cusco. So, no change to the channel, understand? No changing.
While The Emperor's New Groove was wonderfully received in 2000, this follow-up series wasn't released until 6 years later, a delay that is not typical for Disney.
You just
Yeah,
keep
that's
on
true.
cheering for me, babe.
Actually, I was like cheering the name of the school.
Which happens to be my name since I, Emperor Cusco, paid for it.
Regardless, the
So
show
stuck
continued
up.
to follow the cutesy antics of the film's star Emperor Cusco, a reformed royal brat that has decided to go back to school so that he too can enjoy the benefits of an education.
You wanna come over and help me with my homework Friday night?
We'll see. K-U-C-C-O. Cusco, Cusco, Cusco.
While the message of the series for kids is clear, the storylines are hilariously executed, and the movie's most beloved characters make prominent returns.
Krunk, your time travel thingy works. I can rewind time and fix all my mistakes. All 2 of them.
Really? You lost me after Gronk.
Number 7, The Penguins of Madagascar.
Doesn't surprise me that there's a bunch of. No wait, Madagascar was.
2005's Madagascar
DreamWorks.
featured an all-star cast voicing its main characters. Audience goers instantly fell in love with the comedy's background plot, which
The
featured a
penguins.
slapstick troupe of penguins that find themselves joining the rest of the stranded animals on the tropical island of Madagascar.
Don't you think we should tell them that the boat's out of gas?
Nah, just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Quickly seizing on the public's interest, The film's creators developed a series devoted to the shenanigans of these extremely popular birds while living in the Central Park Zoo.
I know exactly what happened. Into the can, man.
The animation and humor of The Penguins of Madagascar are easily on par with the beloved counterpart film series, and earned the series the #2 spot among kids aged 2 to 11 in
Really?
terms of animated TV programs in 2010.
Time to get us some popcorn. Prepare to commence Operation Popcorn.
Bit on the nose, isn't it, Skipper?
Easy to remember, though.
Number 6.
The Real Ghostbusters is number 6? We get a call. Ghostbusters!
As was the trend with most hit films from the 80s, the 1984 hit Ghostbusters received its own animated adventure.
Yo, I saw the cartoon before I saw the first movie.
The
So I grew up
result
watching
was
the
a cartoon
cartoon.
series that also did it better than its contemporaries.
Yes, it did.
This,
I'm sorry.
Despite the fact that the film's stars did not reprise their roles as their cartoon counterparts.
I'm sorry. I like the Ghostbusters cartoon more than the
In
movie.
addition, many of the Ghostbusters characters were tweaked. For example, the gruesome Slimer became a beloved sidekick instead of a bad ghost. The film's dark humor was also toned down for a younger audience, and as with all successful 80s
But
shows,
it still
the
had
series
its dark
spawned a
moments.
wildly successful action figure line. Number 5, The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius.
That's a movie?
Gentlemen, it's up to us
Jimmy
to
Neutron was a
settle
movie?
this insanity. Us? Well, mostly me. In fact, 100% me.
Who doesn't love a boy genius that confronts scientific problems? Jimmy Neutron may have first appeared on Nickelodeon in a few shorts and a pilot, but he was first introduced at length in a 2001 feature film that led to a full-blown TV series a year later.
Seriously?
After the enormous success of the computer animated movie, Jimmy Neutron continued to put his friends and family ahead of himself on the small screen, all while continuing with his creative inventions and crazy contraptions.
You jerk! You made smoothie come out our noses! Sorry, ladies, but I needed test subjects for my new Quantum Replay 9000. Observe what happens when I press rewind. Ew!
The show retained the same irreverent humor as the film, as well as some of the movie's cast.
Care to try out my new solar-powered jetpack backpack? Let me think. No, I'd rather eat a snail.
Number 4, The
Lion
Lion
King's
Kings, Timon and Pumbaa.
Really? Really?
The 1994 Disney blockbuster The Lion King almost immediately spawned a TV spin-off, thanks to its mega success.
Repeat after me. Hakuna Matata.
What?
While the film featured a wide range of lovable jungle animals, duo Timon and Pumbaa clearly stuck out the most and provided comic relief at all the right moments.
What are we gonna do, Timon? There's only one thing to do. Samba!
And so, the animated show continues to follow the fast-talking Timon and gassy but fierce Pumbaa and the many adventures they go on in Africa.
Hey, lighten up, it's free! Huh? Make a pig out of yourself! Oops, too late, you already have.
Once in a while, fans were treated to cameos from the film's characters, like Simba.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were just trying to get rid of me so you could, look through my stuff.
Simba, please, we're your friends. You should trust us.
Number 3,
Aladdin, yes. I'll give him Aladdin. Aladdin was pretty good.
Disney's 1992 hit Aladdin featured a highly dynamic cast of characters.
Quick, wish for something outrageous. Say, I want the Nile. Wish for the Nile. Try that.
I wish for the Nile.
No way!
As one of the animation studio's first serious attempts at adapting their feature films for the small screen, the Aladdin animated series prominently featured all of the film's main characters and continued to follow their experiences after the movie's events.
It's working. Cut us close, Corbett.
While Scott Weinger reprised the role of Aladdin, Dan Castellaneta, also known as the voice
Really?
of Homer Simpson,
Became Genie.
wonderfully replaced Genie's voice actor Robin Williams.
Perhaps I can interest you in the Brooklyn Bridge. Special low price, one-time offer.
Meanwhile, Gilbert Gottfried continued lending his
Yes.
voice to the feisty Iago,
I remember
but
that.
as a parrot on the side of
Nobody
good
can
this time.
imitate him.
Remember, a cultured man has someone else run around for him. Delegate responsibility.
Well, maybe you could go check
Is that
it out, Genie.
Darkwing?
Expertly delegated, sir.
Number 2, Star
Clone Wars. Yeah,
Clone Wars.
I had a feeling Clone Wars was going to be up here.
The war grows, so too grows the prowess of one most gifted student of the Force.
Many Star Wars fans were surprised when the creator of Dexter's Laboratory and Samurai Jack, Genndy Tartakovsky, was handed the creative reins to fill in the gaps between the live-action Star Wars prequels in the animated world. Tartakovsky's sharply animated, colorful style superbly mixed with the Star Wars universe and received many positive reviews.
I've argued this before, but the decision has been made. May the Force be with you, Commander.
However, it was not reused for the Clone Wars 3D series that came out in 2008. Before we get to our number 1
Toxic
pick, there are
Crusaders.
some honorable mentions.
Please step aside.
Toxic Crusaders, Toxic Crusaders. Beetlejuice, yeah, that's right.
To stop playing pranks on my parents.
All I'm trying to do is have a little fun.
But if you keep it up, sooner or later my parents will find out about you. I can't get away from them.
Ah, Oh, what about what's the one with the germ? Oh my god, Back to the Future. They use Back to the Future props. Bill and Ted, then? Are they gonna say Bill and Ted?
You'll find out soon enough.
The Mask. Oh yeah, the Mask was so
Looks just like
goofy.
the last one. It is the last one. Due to your prior meddling, I've been forced to relocate.
Osmosis Jones.
Batman the Animated Series.
Okay. Alright. Yeah,
After Tim Burton's
yes and
critically
no.
acclaimed Batman and Batman Returns in the late 80s and early 90s, it was only a matter of time before the Caped Crusader was gonna have his own animated series.
Stop shooting, you lunatic! We're sitting on a powder keg!
The show carefully adapted the film's dark tones and exceptional stories to make them fit a TV show.
Poor Batman. All trussed up. And no place to go.
And
This helped it
introduced Harley
transcend
Quinn.
any one demographic, with both children and adults tuning in to watch. Winning 4 Emmys, the animated series has been praised as one of the best comic cartoons ever, and one of the best animated TV shows ever. And it also launched more series, video games, and feature films.
Grab on.
I can do it myself, thank you.
Do you agree with our list? What are your favorite cartoon shows based on movies? For more excellent top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I know. I'll watch a little TV.
The puns! The puns! The puns! Oh yeah. Okay, so all right. I'll give him that number 1 because, yeah, Batman the Animated Series was kind of it was kind of tied to what do you call it? The Tim Burton Batman. The Tim Burton Batman movies. It was kind of tied to that. It was inspired. There we go. So if I say Tailspin, I can't really knock off. I can't really say Batman. You can't say Batman because Tailspin was inspired by Jungle Book. But Batman, it's very different from the movies, but the whole tone and the setting it was, in fact, the Bruce Timm verse, like that was, I think that was like the first Bruce Timm series, I think, was that was inspired by the Tim Burton Batman movies. And Tim Burton. Oh, and they even got the guy who orchestrated the opening theme. Yeah, the guy who orchestrates the opening theme, Danny Elfman, is the same guy that did the orchestration for the Tim Burton Batman movies. So, okay, I will give him that one. I'll give him that one. I'm glad there was an honorable mention to Toxic Crusaders. I'm a little bit surprised that there was one for Back to the Future, because I don't remember Back to the Future being all that good. I do remember. I think I actually like Bill and Ted slightly more than Back to the Future, though.
I had been selected for a most important journey. I was to help fulfill the destiny of the two great ones, Bill and Ted.
Wild stallions rule! Whenever time stands still and trouble moves too fast, to save the future, we must learn about the past. Whoa! Excellent! Bill and Ted bogus! Adventures most outstanding every day. It's outrageous, so bodacious. Help is always on the way. Bill and Ted's excellent adventures. It's a party, that's for sure. Bill and Ted's most excellent adventures. Most triumphant.
I think I like Back to the Future mostly because it was Back to the Future. Like it had the title, or whatever, or it had the name recognition. Had the name recognition. I feel like it wasn't all that good. I think Rico's Roughneck should have been a part of that. Should have been a part of that list. And once again, yeah, Rico's Roughnecks was a sequel CGI series to the Starship Troopers movie, and the sequel to the Starship Troopers movie. Yeah, and it followed Rico and his, I think it's Space Marines or something like that. It followed Rico and his platoon or group or whatever as they did the things they needed to do. I watched very little of it, to be honest, but I remember it being on.
Las Brigadas del Espacio. Las Brigadas del Espacio.
I can't believe I knew I was going to forget a bunch of stuff that had been movies before. I'm surprised there wasn't even a mention of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, because that actually ran longer than Toxic Crusaders. And the 80s had a thing about taking all these inappropriate things for kids and turning them into cartoons. Like there was a RoboCop cartoon.
Detroit, the near future. Officer Alex J. Murphy and his partner Ann Lewis fight to rid the decaying city of the criminal element which infests it. After being mortally wounded in the line of duty, Officer Murphy is outfitted by OCP with bulletproof titanium robotic parts and with computer-enhanced motor and sensory capabilities. He has become the ultimate super cop, RoboCop.
There was a Ghostbusters cartoon, and for those of you who don't know, I think Ghostbusters was PG-13. RoboCop was rated R. The Toxic Crusader was a movie that was filled with violence and like bloody violence and nudity, and they turned that into a movie, or they turned that into a cartoon.
Toxic Crusaders, Toxic Crusaders. I had no friends, no girls that hugged me till I got radioactive ugly. Toxic Crusaders, Toxic Crusaders. I live in the dump cause the ribs real low. Got a little black Robbie and he loves me so. Toxic Crusaders, Toxic Crusaders. Now me and the boys fight against law. No, we're hideously deformed. Hey, I'm sitting on top of the world with my mom, tutu, and girl. Wow! Toxic Crusaders, Toxic Crusaders, Toxic.
They turned Tales from the Crypt, the horror series from HBO, into a cartoon. What else? What else was a cartoon? And Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, I heard, was a horror movie, and they turned that into a cartoon.
From gangreen's lab, compare the trick, the right red monsters of which we speak, except when he has a security leak. Tomatoes, tomatoes! Tomatoes in the city. Kidnap and stalk these mutant fruits, where will we find out brave recruits? Can we get rid of the tomato shoot? Tomatoes, tomatoes!
So yeah, the 80s was full of that. Was full of just turning these anything that wasn't really appropriate for kids into something appropriate for kids. So that was kind of a weird time, and I find it a little bit funny they don't really do that anymore. I'm fine with Jumanji not being on there. I'm fine with there was another. I knew Clone Wars was going to be up there somewhere. But yeah, when they said Batman, I had to think about it, and it was like, okay, yeah, I can see Batman. Batman, all right, it was loosely based. I'm disappointed that Tailspin wasn't up there. I feel like Tailspin deserved a better spot than some of those other Disney cartoons. But then again, I never actually saw some of those other ones. Like the Emperor. I saw the Emperor's New Groove. New Groove. What was it? What was it? I forgot what it was called. The TV series with Cusco. I've seen a little bit of it, and it was pretty goofy. There was another Timon and Pumbaa. I never really watched Timon and Pumbaa, so I didn't feel like that should have been up there. Aladdin was really good though. Aladdin was really good. That was a good TV show. I used to watch that all the time. There was another Disney one I was thinking of that. There was Tailspin that was good, and then there was. Yeah, I can't think of what it was. There was another Disney one I thought was pretty good and probably should have been up there. But yeah, so what did you guys think? What did you guys think of their list? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And share the video. And let me see. Maybe Batman. Yeah, maybe Batman would have been number one. I'm glad they had Men in Black though. Men in Black was an awesome series. I loved Men in Black. In fact, I have Men in Black now. But yeah, so yeah, once again, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think. If you remember some that I probably forgot, you have any that you feel should have been mentioned, let me know in the comments. And until next time, I will see you guys later.
Somebody forgot to dot the I.
I'll fix it.
Police Academy, the series.
Hooray!
Rambo. Anywhere and everywhere, the savage forces of General Warhawk threaten the peace-loving people of the world. There's only one man to call. Get me Rambo. From the canyons of skyscrapers to the canyons of remote mountain peaks, Liberty's champion is unstoppable. Rambo, helped by the mechanical genius known as Turbo, and the master of disguises named Cat, the honor-bound protector of the innocent. Rambo, the force of freedom.
Ewoks.